Hello friends and welcome to this video on Authentic English. In this video we are going to talk about the poem 9 Gold Medals by David Roth. तो बहुत ही सिंपल पोएम है, बहुत ही ईजी है और ज़्यादा टाइम भी नहीं लगेगा हम लोगों को समझने में. बेसिकली इसमें क्या बताया गया है कि एक बार एक रेस हुई एक ओलंपिक्स में. स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स आप जानते होंगे होते हैं वर्ल्ड में, इन विच एथलीट्स वर डिफरेंटली एबल्ड. मतलब कि ऐसे एथलीट्स जिनका जो शारीरिक रूप से किसी तरह विकलांग है वो लोग उसमें हिस्सा लेते हैं. तो उसी की एक बात हुई है इसमें कि एक बार एक रेस हुई इस तरीके के एथलीट्स की, तो उसमें 9 एथलीट्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया. तो जब वो लोग एक साथ चलने लग गए, तो वो लोग दौड़ने लगे अपनी रेस में, तो उसमें से सबसे छोटा एथलीट होता है वो गिर जाता है. तो जिन एथलीट्स ने इतनी मेहनत करी थी, ओलंपिक्स आप जानते हो वर्ल्ड का सबसे बड़ा स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट है. जिन एथलीट्स, जो बाकी सारे एथलीट्स हैं जिन्होंने इतनी मेहनत करी थी, इतनी प्रिपरेशन करी थी ओलंपिक्स के लिए, वो सब पीछे मुड़ते हैं और जो एथलीट गिर जाता है उसको वो लोग उठा लेते हैं जाकर, और फिर सब लोग अपने एक दूसरे के हाथों में हाथ डालकर फिनिशिंग लाइन तक पहुंचते हैं. और आखिरी में सारे के सारे 9 एथलीट्स को जो है 9 गोल्ड मेडल से नवाजा जाता है. तो बहुत ही सिंपल सी पोएम है ये. और बेसिकली इसमें क्या कहने की बात हुई है कि जो ह्यूमैनिटी है दैट इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट दैन एनी कॉम्पिटिशन इन द वर्ल्ड. So just because all these athletes, all these special people had a lot of humanity in them, they were able to get 9 gold medals because each of them reached the finishing line at the same time. They proved that humanity and compassion are not only still alive, but if humanity and compassion are shown at the right place, they are something that can make everybody happy and beautiful. So when you read this poem, you're really going to enjoy it. And हम लोग डेविड रॉथ के बारे में थोड़ा सा जान लेते हैं. David Roth is an American vocalist and writer. He was born in 1965 and is currently alive. So he's an American man, and he was born in 1965. And this poem is also available on YouTube, and it is sung by David Roth himself. It's more like a song, so you should watch it. I'll give you the link in the description of that beautiful song, which is sung by David Roth himself. You should listen to it. So the poem 9 Gold Medals is a poem which shows several differently abled athletes who have come to take part in a race. When one of the athletes falls down, all the others help him stand back up and they walk hand in hand to finish the race. As a result, each of these athletes is awarded a gold medal for showing compassion and humanity. The poem gives out a wonderful message that no competition is above humanity. It gives out a message of brotherhood, that despite all the differences, we should be together. We should have brotherly feelings for each other. In a competition, there would have been only 1 gold medal, but because of humanity, they got 9. So, brother is very important, and compassion and humanity is very important. If somebody is down, it should be our duty to pick that person up. It's not saying that in all competitive things you should sympathize with your competitors, but it actually tries to prove that humanity is very important, and you should show humanity wherever possible. Wherever you think humanity is needed, you should show that. और अगर हम लोग बात करें कि इसका कुछ हिस्टोरिकल सिग्निफिकेंस है या किसी रियल इवेंट पे बेस्ड है, सो इट्स नॉट फुली कन्फर्म्ड इफ इट्स बेस्ड ऑन सम रियल इवेंट और नॉट. In some special Olympics, what happened was that one athlete fell down and about 2 to 3 people, not all 9 persons who were competing, turned back to help that person stand up. Not everyone. So I don't know if it's true or not, but the poem, it's a work of art and it's very beautiful and it gives out a very beautiful message, and you'll find it very nice when you read through it. So let's begin. The athletes had come from so many countries to run for the gold and the silver and bronze, many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. All round the field, spectators were gathered, cheering on all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners, the 100 meters the race to be done, and 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. So what happens is that an event is described. Okay, so it's a race event. It's the last event of the day in Special Olympics, and this is about to begin. And all the spectators are in a good mood. Remember that song Waka Waka? People are praising the expectations. So everybody is watching. And the runners, of course, might be feeling a bit nervous that they're about to run this big race and they have worked so hard to participate in this competition. The loudspeakers are calling the names of the runners, and the race is of 100 meters. So it's a 100-meter race, and 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. So all the athletes are standing, okay, and they're waiting for the sound of the gun. As soon as the gun will be heard, they are going to run the race. So the athletes had come from so many countries. So what happens is, what you should notice is that these athletes are not from the same country. They don't know each other. This is what the poem is trying to tell you. But still they have so much humanity, probably because they are special people, probably because they are the ones whose body is not perfect, and they understand what it means to have some damaged organ in their body. So they are from different countries to run for the gold and the silver and the bronze. So there are only 3 medals, okay, just like in all races there are only 3 medals: gold, silver and bronze. So out of those 9 athletes who are running, typically only one is going to get gold, one will get silver, and the third will get bronze. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि 9 गोल्ड मेडल्स मिलने ही थे तो लोगों को पता था कि 9 गोल्ड मेडल्स मिलेंगे. सो सबको, किसी को नहीं लगता जो टॉप 3 होंगे उनको ही मिलेगा गोल्ड, सिल्वर और ब्रॉन्ज. अब आगे जाकर हम लोग देखेंगे इनकी ह्यूमैनिटी की वजह से क्या होगा कि दे आर गोइंग टू गेट द 9 गोल्ड मेडल्स. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. So what happened is that they have worked very hard. They have made themselves fit. They have worked very hard to be able to run in the Special Olympics. All around the field, spectators were gathered. Of course, there are many people gathered to see them, cheering on all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. So people are gathered in the around the field, and they are there to watch the race of these special people. And it is the last event of the day, okay, the final event of the day, the last race about to begin. And the loudspeakers were calling out the names of the runners, all these people who are about to run, all these special people. The 100 meters, the race to be run, the race is of 100 meters, and 9 young athletes stood there determined and poised for the sound of the gun. Okay, so they are all waiting for the sound of the gun. The signal was given, so the gun was fired, the pistol exploded, and so did the runners on hearing the sound, and all of them started running quickly. As soon as the gun was fired, all the athletes started to run. But the youngest among them stumbled and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. But what happened as soon as the pistol was fired and all the athletes started to run? One young young athlete stumbled, means लड़खड़ा जाना, and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. और फिर क्या हुआ? वो ज़मीन पे गिर गया. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish, and he became very sad. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. So this is a very sad thing. So this stanza 5 is there to make you sad. So he also had worked very hard to be able to participate in this Olympics. He never thought that he would fall down like this. So he gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. Imagine all of you that play sport, even in so very small events, we try to give our best, and this was Olympics. So of course he was very sad because he fell down. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. So उसके जितने भी सपने थे वो सब मिट्टी में मिल गए एक तरीके से. But as sure as I'm standing here telling the story, but now the author is talking about himself. Just like I am here telling you the story, now it's a strange one, but here's what occurred. So he's now telling you कि देखो कहानी में आगे क्या होता है. जैसे मैं बता रहा हूँ सुनना, काफ़ी strange story है ये, but this is what occurred. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks. So all the other 8 people who were running, so they stopped in their tracks on hearing the cries of the young athlete, the ones who had trained for so long to complete. So all these 8 people had worked so hard, and there might be in all these 8 people one who was ahead of everyone else. So he also stopped. जो सबसे आगे था वो भी रुक गया इन 8 में, और जो सबसे पीछे था वो भी रुक गया, जिन लोगों ने इतनी मेहनत करी थी कॉम्पीट करने के लिए. One by one they turned round and came back to help him and lifted him to the ground. Lifted the lad to his feet. और उन्होंने उस लड़के को उठाया. उस सबके सब पीछे मुड़े और सबने मदद करी उस लड़के को अपने पैरों पे खड़े होने के लिए. So this is such a beautiful thing. If you see it, probably they helped this boy because they understand what it means to be physically disabled. Had it been normal people, of course, normal people don't do this. They're very happy when somebody falls down. But see, all these special people have a special heart. Then all 9 learners joined hand and continued. The 100 meters reduced to a walk. सो वॉट हैपेंड नाउ, दे आर नॉट रनिंग एनी मोर। इन सब लोगों ने आपस में एक दूसरे के हाथ पकड़े और ये सारे 9 के 9 लोग एक साथ फिनिशिंग लाइन तक वॉक करते हुए गए। एंड द बैनर अबव दैट सेट स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स कुड नॉट हैव बीन नियर द मार्क। सो डजंट दिस मेक यू फील, आई मीन इट गिव्स मी गूज बम्प्स रीडिंग दीज लाइन्स। सो ऊपर एक बैनर लगा हुआ था स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स, जिसमें लिखा था कुड नॉट हैव बीन नियर द मार्क। सो नाउ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस शो ऑफ कंपैशन एंड ह्यूमैनिटी, द स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स बिकेम ट्रूली स्पेशल। अब इन लोगों ने रेस करना छोड़ दिया, इन सब लोगों ने एक दूसरे के हाथ पकड़े, एक साथ आए, एक ब्रदरली फीलिंग दिखाई और सबके सब एक साथ मार्क तक वॉक करते हुए गए। दैट्स हाउ द रेस एंडेड विद 9 gold medals. They came to finish the line holding hands still. And the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will, said more than these words ever will. सबने जो है, दैट्स हाउ द रेस एंडेड विद 9 gold medals. और अंत में जब रेस खत्म हुई तो सबको 9 gold medals प्रोवाइड किए गए। They came to the finish line holding hands still, and the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will, said more than these words ever will. और जब रेस ख़त्म हुई तो जब सबके मुस्कुराते हुए चेहरे थे और जो ऊपर का बैनर था स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स का, वो जो मेरी पोएम कह पा रही है, वो जो इमोशन था, वो मेरी पोएम जो आपको इमोशन दे रही है, उससे भी ज़्यादा बढ़कर था, ये कहना चाहता है ऑथर। So this poem is basically a poem which asks us to be humane, to love our competitors in a certain way. If you want to analyze it in that way, you can analyze it in that way, that you should be humane even to the person whom you think is your competitor or your enemy. See, आजकल के ज़माने में ह्यूमैनिटी जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा कम हो चुकी है। We sometimes feel like our competitors should get out of our way. But here, this poem is an exact antithesis of this kind of a thinking. In this, ये सारे competitors थे आपस में, आपको पता है ये सारे competitors थे, and of course it's a fictitious story, but जो भी है, all of these were competitors, and then also they decided to help each other. So isn't it beautiful? It is. And यही एक मैसेज है जो ये पोएम हम लोगों को देना चाहती है कि जितना भी आपके साथ, अगर आपको लगता है आपके साथ बुरा हुआ है एंड यूल बिकम टर्न इन टू अ बैड पर्सन, यू शुडंट डू दैट. ह्यूमैनिटी शुड ऑलवेज बी अलाइव इन यू, एंड इट इज़ ह्यूमैनिटी that is keeping the earth in its place. So never decide to be inhuman or decide to do bad to others. After all, it's humanity that is going to make everyone win the 9 gold medals. So I hope that you've understood this easy poem. बाकी themes वगैरह ये बहुत ही simple poem है. You can write anything that you want on this. It's now your duty to elaborate. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section and I will answer them. Thank you so much, guys, and please subscribe to the channel.